And I think, you know, Ken and Farah, both of you having come from a project management background, you would certainly have seen from experience how projects normally work from a fluidity point of view and normally work under normal circumstances. But we're in different times now, and we're seeing projects pausing. We're seeing project directions change because of changes in requirements. So what I want to do is just pass the baton to you, and would love to hear your thoughts on this, and especially what advice have you got for businesses that are going through this change process where they've either got to pause projects or clients have paused projects, or they've just got to address changes in the environment that affects the projects.
Right. Farah, can I start out a little bit? Is that all right? Yes. What I'd like to do is use your framework, Peter, in which you said now is the time for looking at reflection, then strategizing and planning and actioning. And so if we focus first on reflection, I think you also talked about reflection and challenging, you know, the project being stopped. So I think it is an opportune time to look at three different parameters or dimensions on that. One is the project's link to the business. Let's reflect on whether that value has changed. I'll talk a little bit more about that. Reflect on the project approach. And increasingly, there's some wonderful alternatives for people to consider, whether it's the waterfall or the agile and scrum types of approach. And perhaps we can talk about that a little bit. And finally, reflecting on the project conduct. You've had a project that has stopped, and so now is an opportune time to say, to do some self-ratings on that. How good was the scope management? How good was the stakeholder and communication management? How good was the risk management? And how satisfied is the customer? So I think now is a good time for the reflection and challenging as to what the project's link is to the business, the project approach, and the actual project conduct. Does that make sense?